Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel you guys. My name is Abdalla Osman. I make videos about tech, finance, and my software engineering journey. If you guys are interested in those topics, feel free to subscribe. Also, before we get into this video, if you found this video interesting, go ahead and drop a like and feel free to comment. I respond to almost all my comments, so don't be shy. Now in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the things I learned in my first 2 years of college that necessarily aren't academically related. So this video isn't gonna be the typical things that I learned at school, like the things I learned in my classes, but instead I kind of wanted to share a different perspective on what I learned at my time at school. So going into college, I read a lot of things on social media saying that college is a scam, college is a waste of time, and also I did my own research and I hear stories a lot of famous people actually dropping out of college, starting their own businesses or starting their own companies, which kind of gave me the mindset of why go to college when you can try building your own company on your own or try making it on your own without going to college and spending all this money. In addition to all this, going into college, I still had all the study habits that I carried from high school, and not even study habits, just sleep habits and not really putting in effort, not really even enjoying academics, not enjoying the materials that were taught in my classes, which could have something to do with the college materials being a lot more boring and not really related to the passions that I have at the time. But also, to be fair, I didn't really put in the effort that I could have put in back when I was in high school compared to what I'm doing now. Because now in college, I actually do try to put in effort and really learn the materials and have more of a curiosity mindset when it comes to the materials that I learn. But in high school, I kind of just brushed it off and was just not really paying attention in school the way I should have been. So going into my first year of college, all of these core habits kind of made it difficult for me to build meaningful relationships with my peers, with my teachers. And yeah, to tell you guys the truth, I think this mindset really came from social media and just listening to everybody on there saying school isn't worth it and basically not really putting myself out there and putting in the work for succeeding in school. But as time went on, I began to actually really enjoy the things that I've learned at school, really enjoy collaborating with my peers, learning from my teachers, and which we'll get into more detail as the video goes on. I also began to realize that the things you learn in school, yes, they're super theoretical, and yes, maybe they don't directly correlate to the things you learn at a job, but I think the things that you learn at school, they really give you the foundation to understand things and build things out in the real world. An example for that is like calculus. A lot of people think, hey, what's the point of calculus? You're probably never gonna use calculus. And I think if you're not an engineer or maybe you're in other fields that don't necessarily have to do with mathematics, and yes, you're not ever really gonna use calculus. But for example, for me, as a software engineer, if I wanted to make, let's say, a better distributed database system, or if I wanted to make a machine learning algorithm, or if I wanted to speed up some type of calculation that I'm running on one of my programs. Calculus actually does play a big role in programming and machine learning and all those aspects of software engineering. So yeah, fast forward to year 2 of college, this mindset began to change slowly by slowly. So originally when I went into school, I wanted to be an aerospace engineer, and the reason why that is because I kind of was influenced from my family, the people around me, because some close family members of mine were actually in the aerospace industry, and they were telling me that the pay is really good, which it is. Aerospace engineering is one of the highest paying jobs out there. The job is nice, and they were basically just selling me and saying that aerospace engineering is super nice. So in my first semester at community college, I went ahead and enrolled in aerospace engineering classes, and I soon found out that aerospace engineering is super difficult, and also it wasn't really my passion. Shout out the aerospace engineers out there, because obviously you make our flights safe. Aerospace engineering is super hard, and it wasn't really my passion. So after that, in my second semester, I went ahead and decided that I wanted to switch over to computer science. Ever since I was a kid, I used to play with Rubik's Cubes. And with Rubik's Cubes, there's always the step-by-step process on how to solve Rubik's Cubes. So I think that connection, ever since I was younger to now, that process of solving an algorithm really showed itself, and the reason why I love computer science so much is just because of that. So in my second semester, I decided to transfer over to computer science. Well, I didn't necessarily take the computer science classes at the time because I was still taking my entry-level classes. I just had decided to switch over to computer science. So now going into my third semester, I basically finished my first year of community college, got all the entry-level classes out the way, and I began to start taking actual computer science classes. Now, the problem was I still had the study habits that I used to have in high school and in my first semester that really didn't get any better in my third semester. And this was a time that I was actually taking kind of difficult classes, intro to computer science, object-oriented programming. And these classes, you can't really just get by without not studying. You actually have to put the time in and study for these classes. So my third semester, I struggled a lot, but at the same time, I learned a lot. And I began to see myself slowly developing these study habits and getting better at connecting with my peers. If you guys know me, I'm a super introverted person. So it kind of took me a while to get comfortable around other people and reach out to other people and talk to other people. And I began to just learn all of these skills in my in my third semester at community college. So now after finishing my third semester in community college, I thought I was good to go ahead and go to university and basically take all my classes at university. Now, originally why I just didn't go straight to university was because one, my grades were super bad in high school, so I didn't have any scholarships, so I'd have to pay enormous amounts of student loans to afford these classes at university, so I opted to go ahead and go to community college first. I decided to go ahead and transfer to university in my fourth semester, and this by far was the worst semester I've ever had in college, academic-wise and stress level-wise. I was absolutely not prepared for these college level classes because, like I said, I didn't have the study habits and the skills to connect with my peers around me. But after struggling in my fourth semester, I did a lot of reflection and I started to realize, like, hey, if you really want to graduate with a degree, if you really want to succeed in the field of computer science, you have to put the work in, you have to build good habits, and you have to do a good job of connecting with other people and stop being so enclosed to yourself, like how I was basically my entire life. So after this deep time of reflection, going into my fifth semester back at my community college, I absolutely flourished. And this was by far the best semester I've ever had. I had basically all A's. I think I had maybe a couple of B's in like calculus 2 and then discrete math, which I think I could have gotten A's in those classes if I put more effort in. With all that being said, I really began to enjoy the materials I was learning in my classes. I enjoyed researching, I enjoyed connecting with people, and all of these things before going into college, I never even had the mindset of thinking about. And I think that's why college is such a good route to go, because it kind of puts you around like-minded individuals who have the same goals as you, and most of them are super friendly and open to connect. Wrapping up this video, I just wanted to tell you guys out there, if you guys are looking to go into college and you kind of are on social media like I was and had the mindset of, you know, college is a waste of time. And believe me, a lot of careers don't actually need college, but if your career does need college, don't go into college thinking it's a waste of time. All right, that's just gonna wrap up the video for today, guys. If you guys got this far into the video, I really appreciate it. I'm gonna try my best to post videos at least once a week, but right now I'm taking a bunch of credit hours this semester, so I don't know how my availability is gonna be. So if you guys don't see a video every week, I'm sorry about that, but I'm gonna try my best to post at least one video per week. And also, if you guys wanna share your college journey and how your college has been so far, or if you guys have already graduated and wanna share reflections about going to college, see if it was worth it, or the things that you learned in college that weren't necessarily academically related, go ahead and drop those opinions down in the comments below. Like I said, I respond to almost all my comments. And thanks for watching, and until next time.